and the light on here.
How do I see them here? Hi everyone, we're just waiting a couple seconds here to get started.
There we go.
Okay. Okie dokie. So before we start talking about the new moon and the Lionsgate, I just wanted to talk a little bit. I've been getting a lot of questions about the vaccine, which I'm going to really kind of avoid talking about that. Anyone who wants to talk about that with me can contact me. But I just wanted to talk about just boosting your immune system right now. So this segment is sponsored by Standard Process. These are like my most favorite supplements right now. The Conjuplex is so great right now to help fight viral, bacterial, but it does have the RNA support. So viruses, especially the COVID virus, needs support from our DNA so that it can survive. And the RNA that is in Conjuplex helps to strengthen your cells and your immune system so that they can't be penetrated easily by these pathogens. So the Conjuplex is great to take just to help strengthen and boost your immune system. 3 twice a day is a great dosage, but even 3 a day, if you're having any type of symptoms, then I would say take 3 to 5, 3 times a day. And I would also add in Andrographis, which is an herb by MediHerb through Standard Process. If you are experiencing any symptoms, because I have been seeing a lot of sinus infections or bacterial infections, people testing negative for COVID but still having these symptoms that are pretty similar. So those are really great. With the kids going back to school, they do have the Conjuplex in a chewable form, and they also have a Catalin, which is just like their everyday vitamin. And so I would definitely put the kids on that with starting the new school year. And if anyone has any specific questions, I would definitely have you come in. We can run scans for you, recommend supplements for anything that you're looking for. Okie dokie. So, do you just want to talk like a little bit about the Lionsgate overall, and then we'll dive into what it means this year?
Yeah, so this year's Lionsgate is 8/8. It's 88. The portal, what I've read about is like DNA activation. Doors are opening, information is coming in, the new moon with it, which is in Leo. Leo energy always reminds me of lions anyways, so this Lionsgate is like lining up with this new moon in the way that the animal itself, lion, is coming out. So for us that means being stronger and bolder in who we are so that we can kind of understand and integrate this information. New moon in general is a lot about renewal, restoring, rebirth. I think with it being in Leo, it's going to look personal. It's going to be, because Leo energy is very dominating. It's like the pride, the lion's pride. So it's looking from our perspective. And even as I say that, I have been needing labradorite, and labradorite is the stone of perception. So it helps us see what we fail to understand. It helps us understand all these things coming in, all this information coming in. Labradorite has been so necessary this past couple weeks, and I know a couple of us here have been talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And also this red calcite. This one's been helping me a lot. So it's very nurturing energy. It's emotional balance too. So with this Leo, we're going to be looking at our emotions, what's coming up emotionally, triggering us, or just we're going to be able to apply more compassion to the things that we see going on right now with this energy.
I wanted to jump into, like, you said the DNA activation, and I think the Lionsgate is always 8/8.
Is it?
I think so. But the number 8, to me, like, it's this whole movement, which is like the energy that flows through our chakras, but that's also what that DNA sequence looks like. And so whenever those 8s are coming in, a lot of that is that flow in between your chakras, strengthening your DNA, a lot to do with just like manifestation at a magical alchemy level.
And that's even the labradorite too, is that magic thing, the perspective of magic, seeing that there is magic in the mundane, the everyday circumstances. And even with that 8/8, I know it's a lot of like abundance, success. 8s for me are always the journey of life, that whole infinity sign. So it's just showing us like where we are right now, what's coming through, what's coming up. All that is there for us to work through and integrate and then move forward the way that we want to. And I know with all the moon articles that go out every month, I talk a lot about our patterns and making patterns that we consciously want to be creating. And right now, especially new moons are always intention setting. So this one's a little bit more specific in, the question I had was, what if we set intentions from the heart and not from the hurt? So for me, that would be with gratitude, humility, honor, honoring these parts of our lives, these lessons that we've learned along our journey, integrating all that as we set intentions instead of coming from a place of hurt, like I don't want to go through that again. Looking at it really from thank you for taking me through that journey. Now I want to go forward in a different direction, or wherever it is, whatever direction it is.
And so Leos they're associated with the lion. So this is in Leo. And when I was meditating on this, what I saw, you were talking about the journey, the tarot card of, which I didn't even know that is actually Leo's tarot card, but it's strength. Leos are very heart-centered and heart-driven, and they like to be in that role of leadership because you can see their strength. They possess that quality. I saw that card, and I was remembering, and my sister actually just reminded me too, that I used to have dreams that there were these lions or cougars or tigers all around, and I remember like, okay, like it's okay, they're not going to attack you as long as you know what to do here. But whenever I would have those dreams, I knew there was somewhere in me like an anxiety, a loss of power, and it was like in my dreams it was always like, have them be yours, don't be afraid of them. And if I could get them to like come to my hand, like I knew like, okay, this one's on my side, thank God. But this is really a lot of what's coming up is trying to show us our inner strengths. But what comes up with that a lot too are our fears, anxieties, and our perceived weaknesses. And we just have to, because right now this portal is already open. It's just not to its full capacity right now. But what's happening is everything is already set up energetically so that we can help clear out the old to allow this new information that's being downloaded to be received, so we can receive more without the old stuff getting in the way.
With that, I actually want to bring up clear quartz. So quartz has been coming up a lot lately. I was just telling Ronica, I was repotting one of my plants and it was dying. So I put just a tiny, long clear quartz in it because I had the logic, well, maybe if I put the clear quartz in it, it'll capture some light and feed the soil a little bit more. And that was kind of significant because it started to sprout again the next day after I put the quartz in it. So that, as you were talking about that, I brought it full circle because, of course, for this portal, with the Leo energy, it always reminds me of the sun and this warm energy, this bright light energy. So the clear quartz right now, it's known as the master healer, but it's also going to be bringing in the aspects of the sun, the light, and bringing all that into those perceived dark places in us. So the clear quartz is going to help us on a level to do just that, where we're clearing out and bringing in this light to these parts of us that we have forgotten about or kept in the dark.
Yeah, and then I'm going to throw in my
Yes.
smoky. So I've been loving smoky quartz. So the two crystals when I was meditating on this that came to me were the blue kyanite. So it would be like Melissa's labradorite with her clear quartz. Mine that came up was the blue kyanite with the smoky quartz. So it's kind of like the same thing, like being able to integrate this information. I felt like the smoky quartz really helps to ground this information. But that's how you were using your quartz too, was to bring all that information down into the soil. And so whatever crystals feel good to you, it's really just this intention that I'm trying to take all this information that I might not even understand yet, but I want to make sure that I don't miss it, and I want to make sure it is stored in me for later, for when I can use it.
And both of the quartz, so any kind of like the clear quartz, the smoky quartz, these are information storers too. They use, I know clear quartz, and I think they use smoky too, but they use them in technology to hold information, and they play with the light and the prisms, and I don't know the whole technology behind it, but I know that they do store the information. So even if you're meditating right now, using your smoky or using your clear quartz, this can help you to hold it for later, so that when you're ready or when it's time, maybe whenever it is, you can go back to it and it'll be there still.
So I was also seeing a lot of 808s and 818s as I was trying to get information about this Lionsgate, and what popped out were those zeros and ones. And that's some of this too with the information, like all of the technology, that's how they talk, is in 0 and 1 patterns.
Yeah, the binary.
And I don't know what it's called. Binary, yes. And I feel like if we try to understand that, the zeros are like the feeling without, and the ones are the feeling with. So it's where we feel in lack and where we feel with. We are manifesting and creating in both of those ways. So a lot of times if we feel lack in something, if we feel like we can't, it's impossible for us to ever have that much money for whatever reason, we create that pattern, because that belief system of feeling in lack and feeling without is the message, the vibration that's being sent off of us and then sent to the universe, and then coming back to us and seeing like, oh yeah, see, your belief system is true. And it's the same of with, when we're in gratitude of something, or something seems so easy, we're easily manifesting that again, because our belief says, oh yeah, I can have that, no problem, that's no big deal. We throw that out to the universe and it sends it right back to us. And so we really want to pay attention to our fears and those things that we know just kind of like come easy to us, so that we can really manifest easily, or at least be able to see like, oh, look what I manifested, because this is something that I believed. And then see, okay, if it's something I manifested that I didn't mean to, now we can kind of go look and see, okay, how can I use this information now to help change a belief system that no longer serves.
Yep.
In the 2021, so the Lionsgate for 2021, what popped out to me was the 1. So in this 2020 decade, we are in the 1 right now, which means we are very centered at self and looking at how everything going on has affected me. what's going to happen is we feel hurt if someone doesn't see the world how we're seeing it. If we feel like, well, doesn't this get you mad, or doesn't this scare you, or don't you think that this is true? We're kind of stuck in this place right now because this is just where we are. We're just kind of looking at like how whatever it is that life has thrown out, how that has affected you or me. Now with this Lionsgate, this is very heart-centered, so it's really trying to open us all back up to community. But it's going to be hard to open that up because we're already blocked at heart, because we're defensive about someone not being able to see what I see, respect what I feel, agree with what I agree with. So instead of taking all of these things, like which the labradorite, that's what it will help to show you, like there's more than one solution to any problem. And so there's other ways of feeling about one situation. But we're not doing it because we're stuck in ego. We're just scared. We just want that more like root chakra type of energy. We just want to be supported. We want to be loved. We want to be heard. We want to feel like this is the group that has my back because they know what I need. And this portal is going to bring us up a bit into heart so that we won't feel hurt by letting other people tell us their beliefs or opinions about certain things.
I think with that, like a way to soothe that hurt is through connection to self. Opening up the heart like opens the gate for your soul to come in, to talk to you, to be your friend, to guide you. And I think that's what this whole portal is showing us with this new moon right now, is how do we know ourselves enough to be able to be a part of this community successfully. So using any crystals with the heart right now will help that. Crystals for communication with self. I want to say these amethysts, these ones, so good for right now. These are the higher connection crystal. They ease all the troubles of the mind so that we can connect to ourselves. We can come into heart, come into mind, align them, and hear the message for what it is and not from what our experiences have shown us that it should be.
Beautiful. So do you want to talk about the new moon? Because then I want to do like the calling back your power.
Yes. Okay, so the new moon, this is what I've been feeling with it, is that self-love.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Just with the new moon, you were saying everything. What I feel like with new moon energy is it's the like you get to make a wish.
Mm-hmm.
And it reminds me of like when you blow out a candle, because in the new moon there's no moon in the sky. And so it's like you have the candle and you like blow it out so that it's not lit anymore, but like you've sent it out into the universe. And so on the new moons you have a chance to do that, like know that your wish is being spread out into the universe.
That's beautiful. I like that. I like that. That's what we were talking about before with the intention. So coming with intention from a lighter heart instead of a heavy heart, without the burden. That would be making a wish. You know, if you imagine making a wish, it's just something silly almost. You know, it's like very joyful, very light. And if we put heavier feelings on it, then we might find the wish didn't come true, or it was morphed, or it wasn't what we wanted it to be. So if we want to see our wishes fulfilled, set our intentions from our heart, and the universe will take it. It'll fly. So with the new moon, I felt like this one was more renewal, rebirth energy. Rebirth with this aspect of transformation. So coming from a place of like the Phoenix energy, which is even aligned with Leo energy to me, transformation. allowing the old to be shed in order to rise up and be new, to be renewed, to be reborn, really. That's what this new moon is showing us, is how do you want to be reborn? This is the time for it. And do you want to come back the same, or do you want something different? And really getting to the core of your heart and asking, what do I want? And firming up those intentions so that when the full moon comes, we can really, we can help those intentions be carried without getting stuck in our own bodies and our own energy. So the crystals that I picked were the amethyst, a lot of higher connection. So I did moonstones. Moonstones were big right now. This is just a gray moonstone. These are the rainbow moonstones. These are a lot of fun too. These are beautiful. These are new.
They have that like labradorite.
They do. It's feldspar.
Mm-hmm.
It's so pretty. You can't really see it in here. So Moonstone connects us to intuition. It's divine feminine, very nurturing. It goes along with the moons. It's for its name, you know. But it works with the element of water. It's emotional. It's intuitive. I also picked, that was the labradorite, the amethyst, the pink tourmaline too. This one is really nice for connecting to self. So it connects you to self through compassion, peace, serenity. It carries the virtue of unconditional love. So using this to connect to yourself, like, breaks down the walls in the heart that say you're not enough, or you're not this, you're not that. It's telling you, yes, you are. You are all the things that you want to be, whatever that is. Oh, we're reconnecting on here, our internet. That's okay. I should come back up. So that's the pink tourmaline. This one's really, really beautiful right now. This is the Skullocite. This is also a higher connection crystal. Skullocite is deep inner peace, it's transformation, and it's a heart opener. So this one reminds me, it's like a lighter pink, it's like a chalky pink, but it reminds me of third eye almost, in the way that it opens the heart so the mind can hear it. And then Amazonite was big too. Amazonite it calms the mind and allows for the information to come in. So it's great for stress relief.
And that even is like, goes along with everything you're saying. Like Amazonite to me is the like female nurturing, like, you are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what I feel like it sounds
like. Amazingite.
Yeah.
And then I did pick some of the crystals for the Leo energy too. So I have Sunstone. This is...
Sorry, we're getting poor connection on Instagram because the storm's coming, but...
This is Sunstone. Sunstone is the stone of the sun. It carries that warmth, the joy. It carries the whole vibration of the sun, and I love this one. I've been working with this one for a couple weeks now, and they are just beautiful. They just bring light. And in that same respect, Citrine. This one is a natural Citrine. These are, if you guys get the chance, you should check these out because they're so cool. I don't know if it's gonna show it, but the natural Citrine. So Citrine is willpower. It's joy. It's warm. Very uplifting stone. I like to just carry this one, or at least have it around me wherever I am, just to bring that aspect of light into every parts of life. And then I have the lepidolite. So I've been working with this one. I've been carrying this in my pocket. Lepidolite is the emotional balancer, and it brings inner peace. So everything that and then the Smoky Quartz and the kyanite too. But everything, all these crystals are just aligned with uplifting your humanity so that your soul can come in and help guide you to where you want to be going.
Anyone who's watching on Instagram can watch this all on our Facebook Live in case you miss anything. So we are going to do just a little meditation to help integrate all the information that's coming through. So if we miss you, sorry, but Facebook Live seems to be going good.
And we'll have it on YouTube once we're done too. We'll put it up there so you can watch it later.
Alrighty. So if anyone had any questions, you can definitely ask us or comment on this later I was trying to see what I'm missing here. And Melissa, Melissa will answer those for you. Okay, so trying to stay into the heart. I know people who are doing the Karuna class coming up. We're going to be learning something about opening up this God Force energy, and in us and in others. So that will be exciting. I am going to just kind of walk. Did you want to say anything else about this Lionsgate before I go ahead and do the...
No, I think that was everything.
Hi, Sophia. Thanks for watching,
Hi,
honey.
Sophia.
Okay. Did I say Archangel Ariel?
No.
Okay, so I did feel Archangel Ariel come in very strong. And I have been feeling, she is really for the earth, for the animals, and for like the fairy realm. And I've been feeling that very strong. Even people who go into my one treatment room that has the picture of the woods, they're, feeling that's my fairy room, but feeling that energy in the room and commenting a little bit more about that energy in the room. So I do feel that whole realm is around right now as well. And so if you want to just call in Archangel Ariel and ask for signs and guidance. If you're just going for a walk, invite her in. It's great energy to work with. Okay, so one of the exercises I think is just so powerful right now to help receive this information is something I was taught by my teacher, Pamela Arwine, and it's just an exercise to help call back your power. And so basically what we're going to do here is you can either lay down or sit in a chair, and you're going to ground your energy. You're just going to imagine your root chakra open to the earth and just connecting all the way down to the very center of the earth. You can feel like the bottoms of your feet, so like roots going into the earth, that crown chakra going all the way in. And at that point too, you might want to just put your hands like outside of yourself and just release any excess energy, emotions like anxiety, worry, whatever it is, just like anger, whatever comes up, just help that clear out of the body by just intentionally saying, I'm just releasing all energy that is not the energy of my soul to just leave this space. Then you're going to do the same with your crown, but up into the heavens. Just really open your crown and connect to the center of the universe. And then open up all of your chakras, so root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and crown. You're then just going to pull in your aura, and everything I'm saying here, once you say it, energy listens. So you don't have to know what an aura is. You don't have to know how to do this. If you just say, I'm pulling in my aura, which is just my energy outside of my body, and you just imagine that being cleansed and cleared. And then you're going to imagine a golden sun above your head. And into that golden sun, you are just going to call back your power. So you're going to call back all power that you feel was lost, stolen, taken away. It's basically just power we gave to others. So if there is someone who I struggle with, it's always so hard for me to be around them, for some reason I gave them power. I made them say they're stronger than me, they make me feel inadequate or whatever it is. No one should have that power over us. So you just call all that power back into the golden sun, and you ask for all of that to be cleansed and cleared and shifted into present time. But when I sit there and I call back my power, I look and see, like, where is that coming from? Where did I give this power away? when I'm calling it back into the sun, who had it? Who did I let have it? Who did I give it to? And the very last time that I did this, I saw it all came from me. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? You're judging yourself. You're being mean to yourself. So I had to do a little thing and say, like, Ronica, I forgive you like I forgive everyone else I encounter. I wish for you to have the things just the same as I wish for everyone else to have their wishes that I encounter. I love you just like I love everyone else that I encounter. And I had to do that because I realized it was just within me, and it was my own thoughts that was preventing things into my life. So you call that back into the golden sun, let it be shifted, cleansed, cleared in the present time, and then you just let that golden energy come in through your crown chakra and fill your entire body. Let it fill your body, let it overflow into your aura, let it just like be all around you. And when you do that, you should feel a shift in your energy. You should feel this strength that we're trying to get to with this Gemini energy. This your strength is actually your love, the love that you came to bring here to the world. And so you should be able to connect and identify with that and be happy to then bring that out for everyone else to experience. All right, for sure, my inner parent of me is hard on me, right, Lisa? Yeah, so we just gotta be a little nicer to ourselves sometimes. All right, well, thank you everyone for joining us, and if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to chime in later. And we hope you enjoy this energy. Remember, it's happening right now. It's going to happen a few days afterwards, but on the 8th, if you could just do that golden sun meditation and just allow not only your power to come through in that golden sun, but also the energy of this Lionsgate portal. Allow that to come into the sun and be downloaded into your body as well. All right. Well, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.
Thanks, guys. Happy new moon.